Welcome to my first video of YouTube back. That made no sense. Welcome to my first YouTube video that I haven't made in like maybe 4 years. Since literally high school. I believe I haven't done YouTube in a fat minute. Some more videos, I'm sorry. I had a life to do. I'm gonna show you guys how to do like a little sultry look that I've been doing lately. Very like, ooh, you know what I mean? That's what it's giving. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna show you my skin prep when it comes down for me wearing makeup. Different types of skin prep that I depends on like the day and the time that I'm actually doing. So today, I'm not really gonna go out today. I'm probably gonna walk my dog and call it a day. I just wanted to look pretty because I'm bored and I have nothing to do with my life. I always like to go in with the Laneige Cream Skin Mist. At first, I didn't like it and I returned it, but she eats. Love that they have it in a little spray now. Next, I love to go with Caudalie Serum. Like, I just use it on myself, and when I used to do services at work, softens the skin up so good. Evens out your skin tone so good. If you bitches are like snoozing on this shit. Go in with my Summer Fridays Rich Cushion Cream Ultra Plumping Moisturizer. I need to calm the down with these fucking names. You don't know what it needs to do on the name. Can I get it? It's gonna help like catch the eye. Reading all that just pissed me off, so I don't even want to use it. Let's be real. I'm gonna be using the Caudalie Premier Crew Eye Cream. Simple, like that gets me like Premier Crew. Like, what does that mean? That's what hooks me in there. You know? I'm going to be using the Ultra Violet Supreme Screen SPF 50. Apparently, it's their one and done sunscreen, serving all day bounce and hydration. See, I kind of like the packaging of this. This is so cute because it's like, it gives you its claims and everything and like right there. Am I a hypocrite? Yes. I think I'm a hypocrite because it's the same shit basically. Shit. I don't know, but this is just more cuter. I like the layout of this better. Do 2 pumps of this hoe. I just go in with this bitch. Glow. What is wrong with me? The type of bitch that's a chameleon. I look different every day. Never stays looking the same, ever. I have to do something different. The bitch like, oh, Tony's gonna come in and he's, oh, he? That's a boy. Is that a boy or a girl? That's a boy. Whoa. Hey, man, no, you're no. I just don't want people to know my next moves. You can't let these bitches know your next move. You gotta stun on these bitches. I always love to go for like a cute little bronzy kind of moment. If you don't like a good bronze, you can go kiss my ass. I'm gonna be using this Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. I have 2 shades of this. I have it in shade number 7 and 4.5. I thought number 7 was gonna be like a perfect bronzer shade for me. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. We're gonna be mixing them. So you're like underpainting, y'all. Wait, like why does she low-key eat when it underpaints? I get it. It looks very orange because it like truly does look very orange. I should have mixed a little bit of a contour in it. You know what brand really has like a good sculpting and everything, especially like perfect for like underpainting? Makeup by Mario truly knows what the fuck he's doing. Using that same number 4.5 around right here. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. We're gonna definitely do it around here. That's what I really like about this 4.5. Her shit oxidizes like crazy. So if you ever go into store and you end up buying that, please just go like a shade lighter. Best ways to match, I'm gonna tell you right now. Best ways to match: forehead, cheek, chin, neck, and chest. One of those 5. Yeah, those 5, perfect. You also have to keep in mind, if you're like me, I have a very uneven tan. Like, look at this shit. Not good. Like, I like to bronze my face and then keep it very bright underneath the eye. We're gonna go ahead with concealer real quick. I wanna let it sit. I'm gonna use the Juvia's Place concealer. I'm gonna use it just like right there. Shade number 19. Next ones I'm gonna go into is Macadamia by NARS. I really like this one. She's cute. I use this for like right here and like a little bit underneath my eye because it's very close to my skin tone, and I feel like it just like really helps to like color correct, and I love. Using another one, it's in the shade Custard, so it's a little bit lighter than my skin tone. This here and a little bit on top right here as well. I like to let that sit. Now for blush, to use 2, I'm going to be using the Westman Atelier one in the shade Coquette. And I'm also going to be using the Makeup by Mario Soft Pop Fluffy Blush Veil in the shade Rose Crush. She is damaged. freaking love this shit so much. My skin is always so glowy, it's so perfect. I'm gonna be using Coquette right here on the apples of my cheeks. To go, same brush as I use for like the bronzer because it helps to really blend. And then, boom. And then boom. I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out real quick. Under pressure, you really want to make sure you're using a very light pressure like this. Bitch, I can't see! Use a little bit of foundation, you can. I don't like to use too much. I'm just gonna use Punjab from NARS. This one's amazing as well. I really love this foundation. So I lied. I'm gonna use a mixture of two. I have Santa Fe and I also have Punjab. So I grab a sponge, really buff it into my sponge. And then right here, I'll just go right there. So when it comes down to the blush, you don't want that shit to go away. So you want to go very, very lightly on top. Here I like to go a little crazy because this is where I need a little bit more coverage. And you go back a little bit into it. I'm not going too crazy back into it. Very, very lightly. And then that's when I'm going into the center of my forehead. Even though we have that concealer there, it's going to create a really nice gradient. To blend out this damn concealer, I like to blend out my concealer with a beauty sponge. Dry. Make sure it's like one that's really soft, like this one from Beauty Blender. Before I start, I'm actually gonna use a little bit of contour. Using the Rare Beauty contour one, I feel like she's really, really gorgeous. I'm gonna teach you one little thing. So for me, 100%, my nose and my bone structure, especially my brow bone, is very like, you know what I mean? So sometimes, like if I do too much there or too little, it makes me more like masculine, I would probably say. To do it right here, like right into the crease, because when we start doing that eyeshadow and everything, it just blends seamlessly together. I'm going to the mall, so thank God. My hair looks fucking good. Anyway, let's do this. Who the fuck? I have the nose contour down. So, you see where my inner corner of my eye is? That's pretty much the line that you want to focus it. So for me, I'm going to blend out the darker concealer first, just to color correct my eye. Just like that, okay? And then when it comes down to the lighter one, that's when I start going underneath right here. That's gonna help to create a really cute brightening effect. As she's blended out, I'm going back a little bit into that foundation that I still have left over. And I'm just lightly going over everything. Very, very lightly. Just because I don't want the structure of the actual nose contour to go away. Sometimes it can be a little bit too harsh. Soften it up a little bit. The favorite powder I love to use, of course, is Miss Huda Beauty. Freaking love this powder so much. Far, one of my top things that if I were to ever die, I need my family to put these products into my casket. So I'm grabbing a bunch of powder and I'm just pressing it on the back of my hand. I'm gonna grab a brush, or we're gonna grab the sponge that we used. We're gonna lightly, very, very lightly, just tap off the like little creases that we just created. I like to start from the inner corner and really pressing it in. Gorge.
Hello, motherfucker.
The rest of the face, I just like use a brush very lightly around. I don't want that shine to go away from us. Do like to set it a little bit with powder, so when I do my bronzer powder and like blush and everything, it's not gonna look patchy. I like to use a very fluffy, flat angled brush like this. This is specifically made for blush, but I don't give a shit. I'm gonna use the product however I want to fucking use it. I'm gonna be using the NARS Laguna bronzer. I just recently got back into using this again, and I forgot why I stopped using it for a little bit. What we're doing right now is pretty much the baking process. I like to focus more of the powder in the inner corner because that's just going to give us more of that brightening effect. The reason why I used a little bit of powder in this area too was to like shine down a little bit of that shine. The reason why I tied down a little bit of that shine because I'm using the Rare Beauty powder new blush matte thing, and then with this one from what's her face? Both give off a very pretty radiant kind of tone and finish. I'm gonna be using the shade Happy from Rare Beauty, and I'm going to mostly focus it right here where like I started using the bronzer and everything. I'm using the brush, the Makeup by Oreo and Morphe in the brush A22. I love this one. The density of this and like the flexibility of it is just so pretty. I'm obsessed with this one. It's one of my favorites. Everything looks so pretty and so airbrushed. So the reason why I put setting powder right there was because once I start going into that lighter tone, I like to go a little bit upwards because I like to have that doll-like effect. With Haus Labs, her shit is like pretty pigmented. So since we have that layer of powder underneath the eye already, it will just help to create a seamless blend. Under eye. You see, you can even tell where it starts, where it begins, where it ends. Like, it's just supposed to be natural. I'm gonna do my brows real quick. I'm gonna be using the Precisely My Brow Pencil in the shade 2.75. I bleach my brows like a knowing that I should have never bleached my brows and just used the hair color that I use on my hair onto my brows. But I was like, no, let me just bleach them. Let me just see how it ends up looking. No, never do that again. Never am I gonna do that again. So when it comes down to your brows, it really just depends on you. For me, I did end up like making them a lot thinner so I can look a little bit more feminine. Even with my clients, I start right underneath because this is just gonna help to kind of shape out the brow however I want it to look. I start going from the line and just blowing it up and just flicking it up just like this. I'm using a very light hand. I'm just following how my brow hairs are naturally growing. From the top, they grow downwards. So we're gonna follow that same right here and just go downwards. To just fill it in very lightly. It just gives you a very like fuller brow, but it just makes it look a little bit more natural looking. Because sometimes if you just do the line and then the line and then you just fill in, it's not looking natural. This will give you like a very full, very glammy kind of effect, but not like so crazy. You know what I mean? Gorge. Got it. With a little bit of that foundation again, and I'm just slapping this a little bit into my eyes. I'm gonna do anything freaking crazy. We're gonna do something very simple. Nothing crazy whatsoever. A bit of this, and we're just gonna lightly dust it right up here. Just, well, it literally gets the job done in like 2.5 seconds. The leftover of your bronzer, and grab like a very thin, not thin, but like a good fluffy brush. I'm going in with this shade and this shade mixed together, and I'm only focusing it right here in the lash line, because this is what's going to help like kind of open up my eyes a little bit more. It's the only thing that truly helps and kind of like helps to whip it out. Mirror, I have a mirror like this, and I'm just looking downwards like this and making sure that I'm looking up, looking at the camera, looking here, making sure that it looks good in 3 different sections or 3 different places so we're not clockable. Grab a fluffy brush with a regular transitional shade and just focus that in the crease really quick. Don't forget to connect it to nose contour because that's what's gonna really push everything together. Now I'm gonna go ahead with this like dark chocolate, not dark chocolate, it's more of like a mocha shade next to like a cooler coffee bean shade. And again, just focusing on it, this lash line like this. Period, boom. Learned this trick from Beyonce's makeup artist. Have you met him? Yes. No, I haven't. He likes to use a brown liner pencil. He says that it helps to give you more of a very like elegant, soft kind of approach while still giving a little bit of that glam. So he likes to use this in the front part of the eye. I'm gonna go ahead and like pack a little bit more right here of the transitional shade. We're gonna go ahead and curl up my lashes real quick, BRB. We have my lashes curled. I'm going to be using the Too Faced Better Than Sex Foreplay eyelash primer. This is one of my favorite things I've ever seen and ever used. I tell you, my lashes will look good all 4 days. I'm gonna be using the Charlotte Tilbury mascara, the Exaggerize one. Personally, I don't like to use full lashes because I just feel like it makes my eye just look so fucking stupid and crazy. But what we're gonna use is actually lash clusters. To use actual lash glue. Well, I use lash glue, but I use like the actual like cluster glue. Use this, and I'll just grab it and then pack a little there. Go ahead and pack this on. I like to mostly do it in the outer corner. Give us a little bit of something and a little bit of nothing at the same time. So I need to take out this hair real quick just to make sure it's good, okay? Okay, I'm back. That shit was a shit show. My favorite lip liner I love to freaking use is literally Versatile Chestnut. This is by Makeup Forever. I always get compliments on this, or like, it's literally like the perfect lip liner. And I'm like, it's so pretty. When it comes down to lining up my lips, I don't use, I overline a little bit, just right above my actual lip. Right here. I line it right here. And then I like to fill in the inner corners of my mouth. I'm gonna go ahead with the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Lip Collagen in the shade Ibiza Nights. Let's go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and wipe this break off. So what I like to do is I actually like to press the powder into my eye. For the lashes underneath, I'm gonna go ahead with the Sephora Collection brown one. Ooh, that was a lot. Like you put a little bit too much, just grab like your eyebrow pencil. And then just like, I'm using the Huda Beauty one today. I've tried her before and I just felt like my skin just looked like crap afterwards. So I used different things today. So let's go ahead and try it. Alright, thank you so much for stopping and actually looking at my video. Appreciate you so much. Please give a comment down below again of what you want to see. If you want more from me, go ahead and hit that like button, because if you don't, I'm gonna find your ass. I know a guy that knows IT.
She lied.
I'll find you. Go ahead and subscribe. I'm trying to like film a bunch of videos. Girl, like if you need anything else, I'm here for you. I'm gonna go to the mall real quick and get me some fucking sugar daddies. Thank you so much. Okay, bye.